I'm a gardener as Tom, but as Daisy, I get to use gardening and my love of drag to really show people and encourage a younger crowd into gardening. Hi, I'm Daisy Desire, also known as the Drag Queen Gardener. My interest in gardening first started roughly about 3 years ago. I was coming home from work on the train and I always used to see the allotments passing by. And I'd always wanted to kind of get into gardening but never knew how. And it wasn't until a few years ago, I was going through a bit of a rough patch. If I'm honest, I actually got dumped. And the next day I went and got an allotment. And well, it all started from there. I never put a gardening glove on. And from then on, I used all of my emotions, all the anger, all of the frustration into gardening. And I really wanted to learn and nourish and use this form of meditation that is gardening to heal myself. And I just fell in love with the hobby. What I love about gardening is how therapeutic it really is. I think there's a lot to be said about growing something from seed and then nurturing it. It's just a form of therapy. What's amazing about gardening is the fact that you are unable to multitask. You can't sow seeds as well as rake your allotment at the same time. And that's so important. You're just concentrating, even if it's just for 30 minutes, you are just concentrating on something and it's just an escape. And it's so rewarding to see what you grow and what produce you can share with your friends and family, and it's just such a humbling hobby to have. Since adding drag into gardening, I have had a whirlwind of support, and it's been so lovely to show that gardening is not intimidating. Gardening is for everyone, and it's so much more fun than expected. I have been so privileged to be invited by the RHS to the Royal Hampton Court Flower Festival, where it was such a wonderful family-friendly event, and seeing gardening on a different scale and how gardening and drag as art forms can come together. What do I grow on the allotment? Wow! We've got some pumpkins, some sweet corn, strawberries, carrots, potatoes, onions, spring onions, leeks, and many flowers, and so much more. And this is why I love allotment life, because do you know what? You can come here and sometimes it's nice not to even just garden, just to come and enjoy the space that you have worked so hard on. And it's lovely because I get to share this with my friends and my family, or anyone, even if they need a quiet moment alone. I let them come here and just get on with things and just potter around, because gardening is so good for your mental health. You know, when people think of gardening, I feel like there's a stereotypical type of person who is a gardener. And darling, do I look like a stereotypical type of gardener? I don't think so. Where do I want to take the Drag Queen Gardener? Wow, I would love to shake up the gardening world and to show people that gardening is something accessible for everyone. It's so important to people. And since the pandemic, there's been a whole new crowd of gardeners. And I think it's really important that we keep them. And not just that, that we add more people into the gardening community. I love and have the utmost respect for gardening royalty. But they better get ready, because there's a new queen in town.